April 27, 1944, north of Berlin, Germany, 18 and 42 hours. A company of Wehrmacht infantry occupies a defensive position along a rural road. 107 men. They are spread across 200 meters of tree line and shallow ditches. Their rifles are loaded. Machine guns are sighted to cover the road. The road runs east to west. It is empty. It has been empty for 3 hours. The men do not speak. They do not smoke. They do not move unless necessary. To the east, 4 kilometers distant, Soviet forces are advancing. The sound of artillery is constant, but muffled by distance and terrain. The Wehrmacht company was ordered to hold this position until reinforcements arrived. The reinforcements were expected at 1600 hours. They did not arrive. At 17:30, a runner brought word that the reinforcements were delayed. No new arrival time was given. The company remains in position. They are waiting. They have orders to hold until relieved or until the enemy engages. The enemy has not engaged. The reinforcements have not arrived. The company waits. Weapons are ready. No one fires. The company belongs to a Volksgrenadier division formed in late 1944. Most of the men are recent conscripts. Some are veterans reassigned from other units. The division has been in continuous retreat since January. Command structure is fragmented. Supply lines are non-existent. The company commander is a captain. He has been with the unit since February. He received orders at 1400 hours to occupy this position and deny the road to Soviet advance elements. He was told that a battalion strength reinforcement would arrive by 1600 to establish a stronger defensive line. His company was to serve as the forward screen. The terrain is flat farmland with scattered woods. The road is unpaved. It connects 2 villages, both abandoned. The company deployed along the northern side of the road. They have no anti-tank weapons. They have no indirect fire support. They have rifles, 2 MG-42 machine guns, and limited ammunition, approximately 60 rounds per rifleman. 2,000 rounds per machine gun. The captain established observation posts to the east and south. No enemy forces have been observed directly. Sounds of combat are audible to the east. Smoke is visible on the horizon. At 16:30, when the reinforcements had not arrived, the captain sent a runner back to the regimental command post, 8 kilometers west. The runner returned at 17:30 with the message reinforcements delayed. Hold position. No additional information. The company has been holding for 4 hours and 42 minutes. The enemy has not appeared. The reinforcements have not appeared. The men wait. The captain was trained as an infantry officer in 1940. He served in France, then in the Soviet Union from 1941 to 1943. He was wounded twice. He knows defensive doctrine. The procedure is established. A screening force holds a position until a main defensive line is prepared behind it. When the main line is ready, the screening force withdraws through it under covering fire. The process requires coordination. The screening force must know when to withdraw. The main line must know when to expect them. The reinforcements were supposed to establish that main line. Without them, the company is isolated. The captain understands the situation. If Soviet forces advance down this road in strength, his company cannot stop them. They can delay. They can inflict casualties. Then they must withdraw or be overrun. The doctrine allows for withdrawal when the position becomes untenable. Untenable is not defined precisely. It is a judgment. The captain has not made that judgment yet. The men in the company understand their role. They have been in retreat for months. They know that orders are often delayed, incomplete, or irrelevant by the time they arrive. They know that units are abandoned. They know that promises of relief are not always kept. Some of them have been in situations like this before. They held a position. The relief did not come. They withdrew on their own initiative or were overrun. The expectation is that this will happen again. The question is when. The captain has not given the order to withdraw. The enemy has not forced the issue. The company waits. At 1847, the captain walks along the line. He stops at each position. He does not speak. He observes. The men watch him. He returns to his position at the center of the line. He stands. He does not sit. He looks east. He looks west. He does not give an order. The men wait. The sun is low. The light is fading. The sound of artillery continues. No movement is visible on the road. The captain does not call for his runner. He does not send a message. He does not issue a command. He stands. He waits. The men wait. Time passes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The captain does not move. He does not speak. The men do not ask. They wait. The pause extends. No action is taken. No decision is announced. The silence holds. At 1900, one of the observation posts reports movement to the east. The report is vague. Vehicles. Distance uncertain. Direction uncertain. The captain acknowledges the report. He does not order a change in posture. The men remain in position. They do not shift weapons. They do not prepare to fire. They wait. 15 minutes pass. No further movement is reported. The observation post sends another runner. The movement was not enemy. It was a civilian wagon, heading south. The captain acknowledges. He does not comment. The company remains in place. At 1920, the sound of artillery stops. The silence is sudden. The men notice. They do not react outwardly. They wait for orders. The captain does not give orders. He remains standing at his position. He does not explain the silence. He does not speculate. The men wait. At 1935, one of the squad leaders approaches the captain. He asks quietly if they should prepare to withdraw. The captain does not answer immediately. He looks east. He looks west. He says, "Wait." The squad leader returns to his position. He does not relay the captain's words. The men see him return. They understand. They wait. At 1950, the light is nearly gone. Visibility is reduced. The road is barely visible. The captain has not moved. The men have not moved. No order has been given. No enemy has appeared. No reinforcements have arrived. The wait continues. No written explanation exists. No after-action report was filed. What can be reconstructed is limited. The captain did not order withdrawal. He did not order engagement. He did not order a change of any kind. He held the position as ordered. The reinforcements did not arrive. The enemy did not arrive. The situation remained static. What is known from later accounts is incomplete. The captain survived the war. He was interrogated by Soviet forces in May 1945. The interrogation record is brief. He was asked about his unit's movements in late April. He stated that his company held defensive positions north of Berlin until the general collapse. He did not specify which positions or for how long. He was not asked for details. What can be inferred from the tactical situation is this: the captain assessed that withdrawing without orders would constitute abandonment of position. The penalty for that, even in April 1945, could be severe. Summary execution was not uncommon. The captain also assessed that his company could not defend the position against a determined enemy attack. But no attack had come. The enemy was advancing, but not down this road. Not at this moment. The captain made a calculation. If he withdrew without orders and without enemy contact, he risked being accused of cowardice or desertion. If he held the position and the enemy did not come, he fulfilled his orders. If he held and the enemy did come in force, he could withdraw under contact, which was permitted. The captain chose to wait. He chose inaction, not because he believed reinforcements would come, not because he believed the position could be held indefinitely. He chose to wait because waiting was the only decision that could not be questioned. The men in the company understood this without it being explained. They knew the war was ending. They knew the situation was hopeless. But hopeless did not mean the rules no longer applied. The captain did not fire because there was nothing to fire at. The men did not fire because they were not ordered to fire. The silence was not a refusal to fight. It was compliance with an absence. At 20:15, full darkness has fallen. The captain orders the company to withdraw by squads. They are to move west along the road, then north into the woods. They are to regroup at a crossroads 3 kilometers away. The order is passed quietly. The men gather their equipment. They move in small groups. They do not run. They do not make unnecessary noise. The withdrawal is orderly. No enemy fire follows them. No pursuit occurs. By 2100, the company has reached the regrouping point. The captain conducts a head count. All personnel are accounted for. No casualties, no contact. The company rests for 30 minutes. At 21:30, the captain sends scouts west to locate friendly forces or command structure. The scouts return at 20,100. They report that the regimental command post has been abandoned. No forces are in the area. The front has collapsed. The captain informs the company. He gives no orders. The men disperse in small groups. Some move west, some move north, some remain with the captain. By 2300, the company no longer exists as a unit. The men have dissolved into the chaos of the final retreat. The captain walks west with a group of 12 men. They are picked up by a Soviet patrol on April 29. They do not resist. They are disarmed and marched east. The war ends 9 days later. No record of the company's action on April 27 exists in surviving Wehrmacht files. The regimental war diary ends on April 24. Division records are incomplete. No after-action reports were filed for the final week of April. The company is listed in casualty and prisoner records by individual names, but not as a unit. The captain's interrogation record does not mention the defensive position on the road. It does not mention the weight. It does not mention the absence of reinforcements. The record is 3 pages. It lists his rank, unit, and date of capture. It notes that he was cooperative. It does not record his decisions. The men who were in the company scattered. Most were captured in late April or early May. Some died. Some reached areas controlled by Western allies and surrendered there. None of them filed reports. None of them were asked to. The moment on the road is not documented. It is not investigated. It is not remembered as an event. It is remembered, if at all, as another day of waiting during the collapse. The reinforcements that never arrived are not mentioned in any record. No inquiry was made. No explanation was demanded. The war ended. The records were incomplete or destroyed. The silence in the archive mirrors the silence on the road. The captain was held in a Soviet POW camp until 1949. He was released and returned to Germany. He worked in construction. He did not speak of the war. In 1967, he was contacted by a researcher compiling a history of his division. He provided basic information: dates, locations. He did not provide narratives. He did not describe the wait on the road. In 1973, he died. He left no written account. Of the men who were with him on April 27, 1945, most are untraceable. Casualty records list deaths. Repatriation records list returns. No contact information survived for most. In 1981, one veteran who served in the company was located by a local historian. He was asked about the final days of the war. He said they retreated. He said they waited in many places. He did not remember specific dates. He did not remember the road, or he chose not to. In 1995, the 50th anniversary of the war's end, several histories of the Berlin Endgame were published. None mention this company. None mention the road. The division is noted as having been destroyed in late April. No details are provided. The reinforcements that never arrived are not noted because their absence was routine. Units were promised support that did not come throughout the entire retreat. This instance was not unique. It was not documented because it was not exceptional. The road is paved now. It is wider. It connects two villages that are no longer abandoned. Traffic passes daily. The tree line where the company waited is gone. The land is farmed. The ditches are filled. No marker indicates that men waited here. No record specifies the exact location. The captain is buried in a cemetery in western Germany. His grave lists his name and dates. It does not list his decisions. The men who waited with him are buried in various places, or their remains were never recovered. The reinforcements that were promised did not arrive. The enemy that was expected did not arrive. The company waited. Then it withdrew. Then it dissolved. No shots were fired. No engagement occurred. The war ended. The silence remained. That is all.